Have you noticed that every year seems to be getting hotter and hotter? Have you noticed our storms are getting bigger and bigger and more violent? Because it's happening. If we don't stop releasing dangerous gas into the air and polluting the planet, then in a couple of centuries we'll be living in a dried out and violent wasteland. My first point, I'm explaining about how we're at risk from global warming. My second is how we're causing global warming, and my third is what needs to be done to prevent global warming. The future of the human race is at risk from global warming, and we don't have anyone to blame but ourselves. We're releasing gases such as methane, carbon dioxide, water vapor, but normally the trees can suck up all the bad gases, but we're cutting them down, and there's not enough trees to intake the amount of gases we're releasing. If you choose to do nothing, you can watch the world as it continues to become a toxic wasteland. According to fastcompany.com, in 2060, New Yorkers will be dying from gigantic storms coming from the sea. In 2080, New Zealand's coastal areas will be submerged from rising sea levels, and by as soon as 2100 will face mass animal extinctions, a dramatic increase in wildfires, dead fish, and limited fresh water to drink. Do you want to live in a world that is dangerous and toxic? Imagine living in a dry and barren environment where there is no animals or greenery, because that's what we'll be living in by the year 2100 if we do not stop releasing toxic gases into the air. What is the cause of global warming? How can we stop it? Well, the sun normally hits the earth in all directions and rebounds off the earth into space, but gases trap the heat in and then spread it in all directions. Scientists say that Earth will heat up by at least 6 degrees Celsius by the year 2100. If we start to use renewable energy by switching to fuel efficient vehicles, we can reduce that 6 degrees to under 2 degrees. Not just you, but your children, grandchildren, great-grandchildren will live happier and safer lives, but only if you put in some effort to save the environment. Here are some ways that you can reduce the amount of emissions that we put in the air. Switch to using fuel-efficient cars instead of using cars that release carbon monoxide, and doing other little things like buying environmentally friendly products and donating to global warming charities will go a long way to erase climate change. Tell your friends and family to do the same, and if everyone gets on board, we will not have to be afraid of the future.
We wouldn't do that to you, so stop.
So, if you do care about the future of our planet and all living things on it, then take action and do something to stop it. Even if something as simple as picking up a piece of rubbish or putting the recycling in the bin. It doesn't take much, but if everyone does it, then we'll have a brighter and greener future to look forward to.